Hey, this is the first time I've actually set up OBS. I've got proper recording stuff set up, so expect probably the music videos to increase in quality as well. I'm not used to this being flipped. And my camera's flipped right now, so you're actually seeing how it looked like IRL. It's not the wrong way around, which I think it usually is. Today I'm doing a deck profile for my budget virtual world deck, which I've got right here. I'm using my phone to record the deck profile. So yeah, this is a virtual world, one of, if not the best deck in the format. As a virtual world player, I'd argue it's not the best deck in the format, just because I see how insane Drytron is. And this version of the deck is most definitely not the best deck in the format. This is a relatively budget version, mainly just because I am not running a copy of Zeus, and Zeus is a £50 card. However, currently this will probably still net you quite a lot of money, probably somewhere in the £80 range, £80 to £90 range. It's still really good for a tier 1 deck. Oh yeah, also, I just realised the other thing is, it's not just the Zeus, I'm also not running 3 copies of Triple Tactics Talent, which most people are, and Triple Tactics Talent is, I believe, at about £80 to £100 a copy, so obviously the playset would be like nearly £300. So you'll see what I've replaced everything with, so I'll just get started. Sorry. So first of all, we've got 3 Lulu. I won't really go into too much detail about what everything does, but I'll try to explain just in case someone might not know. You might be not really into the game or new to the game or whatever. But basically, all the main virtual world monsters, what they do is they can target another virtual world card you control, and then depending on what type of card it is, i.e. monster, spell or trap, you can send one of the other 2 types to the graveyard to special summon itself and then gain an effect. So this one can target a card, send one of the other types, special itself, then search the 3rd type. So say if you targeted a trap, which is ideally what you want to be doing, then you can send a spell and search another monster. Then you got 3 Lily. It's very similar to Lulu, except that instead of searching or adding to hand the 3rd type, you just get to send the 3rd type to the graveyard as well. So then you got 3 Lao Lao. This one, the additional effect is it gets to special summon something back from the graveyard. So these 3 are the ones that kind of work the usual way. Then the next 2 kind of work slightly differently. So this one, Gigi, is one of my favorites. I wish it was in higher rarity, but then again, the fact that it's common makes it cheap. It works pretty much the same way as the other 2 in that you target something and send something of the other type. However, you don't get an immediate effect when it does special summon itself out. Instead, if you did special summon it by its own effect, then during the end phase, you can add back any virtual world. Is it monster or card? I'll have to. I'm pretty sure it's monster. During the end phase of the turn, you can add a virtual world monster from your graveyard to your hand, except a copy of itself. So in general, what you want to be doing is adding back either a Lao Lao, so you can revive stuff for next turn, so you can combo next turn, or a Lulu. This is one of my favorites, just because I use it in a lot of combos, and thanks to Chao Feng, the Yang Xing boss monster, you can actually just open 2 of these guys and end on VFD, which I really like. Next up is the final virtual world monster. Well, we are getting a new one soon, which is Rabbit, but I don't remember what that does, to be honest, but it's not out yet. This is Nyan Nyan. Nyan Nyan doesn't really work like the other ones because it doesn't have a special summon effect. Instead, it's basically kind of acts like your normal summon usually, and but it does have the effect that if any level or rank 3 monster is summoned to your field, be it normal or special summoned, while it's in the graveyard, and it doesn't have to be a virtual world card, just any level or rank 3. I'm pretty sure it's level or rank. No, it has to be a level 3. Yeah, any level 3 monster is normal or special summoned to your field while this card is in your graveyard, except during the damage step. Then you can special it from your graveyard as a tuner, but banish it when it leaves the field. And then if it is banished, then I believe you can target one of your other banished cards and shuffle it into the deck. So that's all your virtual world monsters. Now onto hand traps. Ash Blossom, obviously, it's very good in every format. There's not a single format where Ash Blossom isn't good. People search with every deck. Partially, this is 2 of the 3 cards replacing the 3 triple tactics talent, which is 2 Ghostblood Haunted Mansion. If you want, you could even run 3 copies of this. I don't see why not. It's just I have tried this deck with hella hand traps, and I had too many brick hands where it was just hand traps, which isn't terrible because you can still stop your opponent, but like I do want to make VFD. That's kind of what the deck is for. I want to play the deck. I don't just want to, you know, if I wanted to just play hand traps, I'd play just side frames and Speak of the Devil. Gamma is probably one of, if not the best hand trap in the meta right now. It's just really good. Negate and destroy, you know, can't complain. And obviously with the current format, when you're going second, in general, you kind of automatically lose. So if you have something that kind of gives you a bit of an edge up for going second already in the main deck, that just helps you out quite a bit, then that helps. And then obviously you have to play the driver as well as part of it. A funny thing is, drivers are level 6, meaning very rarely you can tribute summon this to use as a 6, which is kind of funny because all the other ones can special summon themselves out. But that's all your hand trap. Onto the spells. So we play Kowloon. This can basically just activate any virtual world spell, or I think it's continuous spell or trap specifically. No, it's just place a virtual world gate card from your virtual world gate, which is the name of the continuous cards. But yeah, you place a virtual world gate card directly from your deck face up in your spell and trap zone. 3 Kinglong. This is your other searcher that searches either your searcher or any other of your extenders. That's the kind of crazy this deck is. Basically, it can banish itself to search any virtual world monster. So in general, when you're targeting your cards, you want to be sending one of these so that you can, you know, when you're specialing out your virtual world monster, so that you can banish it to search another virtual world monster. Generally, all this is for is you want to send it so you can search. And since you want to send it so much, like most people, I am running the 2 fully spreadable goods. In general, you want to avoid using goods because you tend to make your boards don't tend to be as good when you use goods. They tend to be slightly worse. Sometimes you don't get to make VFD if you have to resort to using goods. This deck does suffer from consistency issues, so you do want to bump up the consistency somewhat with cards like Pot of Greed. And I've got 1 German copy here. I don't know if you can see that, but it's a Topf der Begierden. I definitely butchered that, so really sorry. And then I run an Upstart Goblin, which I believe not everyone is running Upstart. But this is basically to replace the 3rd triple tactics talent. This is just all my draw cards. And the final card for today, the final spell rather, is E-Tally, which finally arrived today. I was proxying this until now in my test hands. What you tend to use that for is to get your Nyan Nyan on the field to target it, and then obviously you can special it back out after you've already used it as synchro material once. Sometimes, in very rare cases, you might want to bring out a Lulu just because it's a tuner. And if you feel like it, I don't know how hand trap prices are right now, but Bell, I'm assuming, has probably gone up because it's pretty good right now. So if you don't have any bells but you do have Ghost Ogres, you can actually bring out a Ghost Ogre with it and use that as a level 3 tuner as well, which is really fun. Finally, for the traps, we want 3 Virtual World Gate. It has the effect that you can shuffle 2 of your banished Virtual World cards from your banished zone back into your deck to target a card on the field and pop it. And you don't actually tend to use that to pop your opponent's cards often, really, because target and destroy is not great. The general thing you tend to save that up for is to pop your own VFD should your opponent try to negate it. The other use is if you're doing a combo with Chao Feng. The thing that makes Chao Feng so good, other than it being a level 9, is that when it's destroyed by Battle or card effect, I believe, doesn't have to be your opponent, then it can search any tuner from your deck, which you can then search your Lao Lao with to revive something, make a Cloud Castle, revive your Chao Feng, and make VFD. That's all for the main deck. Onto the extra deck. I'm pretty sure I ordered this nicely, but I'm not too sure. Alright, well, I'll start from the most important thing for us, which is of course your 2 VFD. You want to play 2 because sometimes you can make 2. If you want, you could even play 3, but I don't really see the point. If you've managed to make it against most decks, a lot of decks you've won. We've got our level 9 package. So first of all, I'm playing 2 Cloud Castle. I only very recently added the second one because I like doing somewhat linear combos with this deck, even though it's more of a toolbox deck. I like to do linear combos. So that means a lot of the time I'm like, oh, I wish I had a Cloud Castle just so I could literally just not even have to combo much, or not even become victim to Nibiru. Just, you know, get material for a level 9 on the field, make Cloud Castle, revive what I just detached off of the VFD in the last turn, and make another VFD. Then for your cards, which you're very often going to be reviving with your Cloud Castles, is your Dragon Mech and your Chao Feng. These serve very similar purposes, but in a lot of combos, Dragon Mech is better. Basically, if you're able to do a combo to make a level 9 as well as dump a Lao Lao without using Lao Lao effect, and you get to dump Lao Lao to the grave, then you want to make this, because then you can banish your Lao Lao to pop itself, add back your Lao Lao, revive level 3, so like either a Nyan Nyan or a Gigi, make a Cloud Castle, and then revive this and make Calamities. However, if you aren't able to get, if you open something like double Gigi or Nyan Nyan Gigi, and you aren't able to get a Lao Lao into the grave and access the level 9 at the same time, then you're going to want to make Chao Feng instead, and then hopefully off your King Long, you're going to search your Lulu. You're going to target a virtual world, send a trap, and search a Kowloon to special summon it. You activate the Kowloon to activate a trap. While you're making this, try to change the level of something with because I forgot to say, this can banish itself from the graveyard to increase or decrease a virtual world's level by 3. So then you can make this and then pop itself. You get to search your Lao Lao and then again revive something, make a Cloud Castle, and you've got a VFD. Oh, I missed out 2 level 9s. I just realised 2 very important level 9s. I was thinking I might have missed some. So we got these 2. So this is Shen Shen, which is your virtual world boss monster. Basically, it's a macrocosmos in the sense that anything sent from the field to the graveyard gets banished instead. It's also very nice the fact that it is a virtual world, because that means if you can make this and have a and have your Lulu on the field, basically, or your Nyan Nyan that's been revived, level 3 tuner, basically, and you have your trap in the graveyard, then you can banish your trap to make this a 6, and use those 2 to make a Cloud Castle, then use the Cloud Castle to revive this, and you've got VFD. And Ravenous, basically all it is in general, when you make it, it's a level 9, and when you make it, you get to draw a card. So if you make Stardust Charge Warrior and then Stardust into this, then you've drawn 2 cards. Okay, so first of all, for the side deck, I'm running 3 Cosmic Cyclone. I ought to run more than just this backer removal, to be honest, because backer has become very prominent, but I made the side deck a few weeks ago, and I haven't really edited it since, because I haven't gone to any events. 3 Nibiru, it can end turns. Yeah, like, decks can play around it, but their board is not going to be as good as if they didn't get Nibiru'd. 3 Lanciers. Lancier can stop this deck if you're playing the mirror match, which you're very likely to. Then you can Lancier them and they can't do anything. Also, it stops dinos, which is really nice, because, I mean, my locals is ruled by a dino player, so when locals opens at least. We've got the 3 Drawn Lockbird. Drawn Lockbird just completely stops Drytron, because it is a ritual deck, and ritual decks need to search all the time. And Drawn Lockbird is the bane of ritual decks. And then finally, I have 2 Effect Veiler in here, just because Bell just isn't good against some decks. So like, but Veiler's good against almost any deck. Not every deck uses the graveyard, but like pretty much every deck uses monsters. Every now and then you might come across like someone who's running like a rogue deck where Veiler's actually better than Bell. But in the case that Bell's really good against them, I do have the 3rd Bell, basically. That's the entire deck. I was going to do some test hands, but I think I've rambled on for too long anyway, so I'm not going to do that. I might do a separate video with test hands. So it is extremely late. I've just kind of edited that video, and it took me a while. This last clip kind of broke a bit, so I'm going to re-record the goodbye. But basically, if you like the music that's been going on in this video, they're part of what I'm going to be selling as a pack of 40 lo-fi / chill hop beats for streamers and YouTubers to use in their videos. So if you're interested, stay subscribed, keep following me, and you'll hear more of that as that comes out. It's going to be a pack of 40 beats, and so far I've made 10. So it's a work in progress, and I don't know how I'm going to set up the business, but we'll see. But I'm definitely going to do more Yu-Gi-Oh videos like this. I've really enjoyed. I've got a lot of decks here that I could do. But that's it for now, so thanks for watching. Sick one.